sure about who's going to be better here. I think that Portland are pretty good. I forget kind of from looking up what they did last season, but they're different rosters at the moment. Sure about who's going to be better. I mean, it's a yeah, static. I feel like it's so static. I'll try and work out the spinner. Can't get so much static. Yeah, so basically I'm going on to the game. It's $1.90 each, or 95, it's $1.95. Like, and it beats like that kind of like 2.5% or 5% off like margin on each one. So if it's $1.10, it'll be maybe like it should be $1.12 kind of, and like whatever it is, corresponding odds, which would be maybe 10 to 1 or 21 or something like that. That would be like $9.50 or something. But said, it's like that. But said, I'm going to the game now. This is just a work in progress. I want to get them basically like my other rosters, which I've done throughout the season, not actually doing a new roster. But I'm trying to get this play and then do the roster as I go. Okay, on to
the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And I'm
really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trail Blazers going up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, their season begins with a stern test, having to open on the road in a building that will be rocking. But it should give us some early insight into how this team handles pressure-filled situations. Because make no mistake, the pressure is on tonight as they chase a victory here in Game 1. And fellas, a new season about to begin. Clean slate. Plenty of hopes and dreams out there. Kenny, how do you spot a new legitimate contender?
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. It's Western Conference NBA action. The Portland Trail Blazers here at home. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston. They lost the season series last year, winning 1 and losing 2. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Hello, Kevin. Well, Blazers head coach Terry Stotts is one of the more respected offensive minds in the game. He said, "I like to give our players freedom to read the defense and make plays. I like philosophically that I don't know who's going to get the shot. That's going to cause a problem for the defense. Keep them guessing, Kevin."
And as always, thanks, D.A. That kind of unpredictability helps in some settings, can cause many matchup problems for the D.
2 seasons ago, you think about the Blazers. They were a young, overachieving team full of great bargain contracts. Well, yeah, they're still young, but they had to shell out some big-time cash to kind of keep that young nucleus together.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tip-off goes to Houston, and the Houston Rockets starting 5. The two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Ariza in at the 3-side. And despite spending big money to keep their young talent all together, last season the Blazers, Greg, narrowly made the playoffs and were swept in the first round.
Yeah, and some of those contracts, they have to be a concern. This team doesn't show progress this season. Still, there's something to be said for that stability. This roster, given the chance to grow together and develop that chemistry and continuity, let's see what the ceiling is.
So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down. Look, that rebound was up for grabs to get, but his length really was the determining factor in him coming away with it.
Harden against McCollum. Ball outside. Anderson, a screen on Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss by Houston.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Ariza with it, picked up by Turner. Harden the pass to Ariza. Capella sets a screen for Ariza. Shoots over Turner, and a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Oh, and Ariza loves getting these mid-range James. I mean, quick to fire from him.
And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Nurkic a screen on Anderson. And here's Nurkic. McCollum outside.
I've been doing trades sometimes to when there's not been like a guard or a forward that is legitimately to play like as either a point guard when it's a shooting guard or a point power forward when it's a small forward. But I put Eric Gordon kind of point guard. He's just the worst point guard. He still play point guard. I don't know if he's a shooting guard in the thing or not. I'll just go to game stats. It's a bit controversial, but I think it doesn't matter, kind of. So with Eric Gordon and Gerald Green there, so one of them has to kind of play point guard, because it's not good enough this way. I don't know him. Not him. Let's see if this not him, or he's not even in the team. I need to do a trade, so I'm trying to not do too many trades. So I just got Eric Gordon going to run the point, or try to. If you have a look, he gets about 2.5 assists per game. Look, I'll go to James Harden. Well, he gets 11.2, but he's kind of being the shooting guard. I think he gets 9.2, so that's more like a better one. He's just the worst one. If you look at Gerald Green, well, he only gets 0.7 kind of, or 0.8, so I might as well have Eric Gordon as the second point guard without doing a trade.
Keeps it going with the new shot clock. Nobody near Lillard. Keeps it alive. The rebound by Anderson. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Stolen by McCollum. To the inside. Aminu with the bucket. Aminu's got his first basket of the night.
McCullen is always aware. Fantastic skipping the ball over to the open man.
Harden with it. Now defended by McCollum. Turner with the steal. Over Ariza. Shot's good by Turner.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper. First bucket of the day.
That's all you want, is a good shot to get yourself in a rhythm. For him, he's going to want a lot more than that to come.
Rockets trail by 4. Capella, high post. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And one reason why the Rockets were okay with letting Dwight Howard leave was because they knew that Clint Capella could fill that role. He quietly gives this team that finisher down on the block, and he has been absolutely, Chris, huge for the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, maybe the best in the league at finishing off lobs last year. Not the most spectacular, but the most consistent last year on that pick and roll because he's so active without the ball. Always moving, giving guards a target, great hands to catch and finish.
That one is off.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
So we can't get either to fall.
Well, it had been a little bit of a bumpy ride for Mike D'Antoni before coming to Houston. He had underwhelming results in New York and LA before taking time off from coaching, but he's found great success since coming back with the Rockets.
Now, here's Aminu over Harden. Aminu misses.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The three, Harden, that's good. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
And when the Rockets hired Mike D'Antoni, there wasn't a lot of fanfare. But this has turned out to be one of the best fits in his coaching career. In fact, he was the NBA Coach of the Year last season.
Yeah, you never know how a coach will mesh with the team, and D'Antoni has fit in perfectly here. He made some changes early on and has the Rockets as a great offensive powerhouse. Even has the team playing some defense. I mean, something his teams have never been known for.
Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Turner. Pass to McCollum. Aminu, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Aminu's got his second bucket of the night.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
Harden outside from deep. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, Harden's ability to stretch the floor is crucial. You love to see him drop in those perimeter jumpers.
And Lillard kicks to Turner. Aminu with a screen for Turner. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And one thing that is quite clear with the Rockets in terms of their approach is their shot selection. They prefer easy layups or threes. Very rarely will you see them play that in-between game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, as a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, they are 100% committed to not taking mid-range shots if they can help it.
All free throws good from Turner.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Harden with it. Now defended by McCollum. Capella gets to Ariza. Anderson the screen. Takes the 3. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Ariza. Harden's got 9 points. Trailblazers leading by 3. Passes it to Turner. Dishes it to McCollum. Turner with the screen. McCollum kicks to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Nurkic a screen on Harden. Lillard from outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Oh, and that would have been a big 3 if he drained it, answering back for the triple at the other end.
It's Ariza on the wing. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And the pass to Nurkic. And Capella sends it back. Ariza with it. Now defended by McCollum. Screen by Capella. Ariza has the open look. Rockets keep it going with the new 24-second clock. And it's Capella missing. Portland leading. Outside Turner. Nurkic a screen on Paul. And it's McCollum in the corner. Screen by Nurkic. Off the pick. Offensive rebound. Good work defensively by Capella.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Turner against Ariza. It's stolen by Aminu. McCollum outside. Over Harden. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I like how McCollum works in his in-between game. Finds a way to get involved from his spot.
Turner with the steal. Lillard outside. Kicks it to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Misses the step-back jump shot. Rockets trail by 5. And the wide-open shot from Paul. A three-pointer is right on target.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And we know that the Rockets are a team that invests heavily into using analytics. I mean, they have been on the forefront of data-driven basketball decisions for some time.
And Chris, talking about the Rockets and their analytic approach, the term Maury ball, after their GM, is thrown around with their approach, but hard to argue with the run of fortune they've had.
Less mid-range shots, everything at the basket or a three. I mean, it's easy to see that reflected in their play style.
Entirely new group here for Portland. Davis is checked in for Nurkic. Reece Harkless comes in for Turner. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for McCollum. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Damian Lillard. Aminu with a screen on Gordon. Here's Napier. Portland again missing. Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And the wide open shot from Green. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Napier passes to Connaughton. He feeds it to Napier. Hope they get it back. Davis with a screen on Green. A second chance effort. No good there. And the Rockets take it the other way. Here's Tucker. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Here's Napier. Pass to Davis. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Nene. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to Nene. Rockets trail. There's Green with the three, and the three ball is good. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Connaughton kicks to Harkless. Davis sets a screen. Here's Napier, and he sinks. The shot coming off the strong pick. Napier's got his first bucket of the night.
and you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball, great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
.136 left here in the opening quarter. And Nene has it in the corner. Feeds to Green. There's the dish to Tucker. Pocket 6. Here is Mbamute. His three-pointer's off the mark. Portland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Napier. The feed to Harkless. Shoots over Tucker. The 9-footer's on the mark. Now it's a 3-point Portland lead. And for Houston, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Screen by Balamute. Off the pick. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Oh, yeah, incredible teamwork there. A play you perfect only by practicing it until you're blue in the face.
They get it again. And it's Houston's ball. They trail by 1. Deflects the pass. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. Right? I mean, there have been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Launches a 3. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Portland out in front, leading by a point. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnovers.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, Harkless and Aminu, your small and power forwards. Then there's Davis, and it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. And both free throws good for Napier. And for the Blazers, Greg, you could make the case they possess the second-best backcourt in the NBA after the Splash Brothers with Lillard and McCollum.
Yeah, certainly offensively. I mean, they're just about unguardable. The questions begin at the other end. And when you factor in defense, I think you can find some debate there as some other groups tend to do a better job on that side of the ball.
Rockets trail by 3. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets, one of the most explosive scoring teams in the league. Defense has been a shortcoming in the past. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, we have some good individual defenders. If the rest of them just try, well, that's the plan. Kevin?
Offense is what the Rockets are all about, D.A. You know that. Coach D'Antoni definitely focuses on this part of the game more than defense. And for Mo Harkless, Greg, a one-and-done as we know out of St. John's, then first played in the NBA with Orlando, but he has found a role, it seems, with the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and think of it, the Magic basically gave him away. Felt he wasn't aggressive enough and not a good enough shooter. He's gained confidence here in Portland and parlayed that into a long-term contract.
Here's Gordon. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. On the wing, Green. And Ba'amute dishes to Gordon. He kicks to Tucker. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Look, high percentage looking tight. It's hard to miss that one.
Here's Napier, defended by Gordon. And when you look at the younger generation of players coming in now, Chris, of course, you do the interviews, you see them, you talk to them. Is it easy for you to relate to these younger players?
Yeah, it's definitely easy to relate to them. I think that our generation had a lot of influence on their style, their kind of expression of self, just as the generations before us did, and we have that unique bond. I think that's one of the advantages that I have, that I've known some of these players since they've been young. I know their habits. I know that they're good kids, good individuals, and they just express themselves differently. You know, do I like the way they come into a game dressed looking like, I don't know, Ozzy Osbourne and Run DMC mix? Nah, I don't like that. But people used to say that about my style and my clothes too, Kevin. I'm sure they did that about you too, you know. So, man, I just love it. I just take it as we have some of the best players that fans have seen, and I'm just enjoying everything from the wild clothes to the music to their style. But no, it's not hard to relate to them, man, because they're all pretty good kids.
Chris, just for the record, they never said that about me. I always
yeah, you always set the trend. Well, after getting to the stripe in the first quarter, he's definitely been more assertive driving inside.
Outside, Green. There's the 3. That shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Napier kicks to Connaughton. He dishes it to Harkless. Pass to Napier. Just 5 to shoot. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Gordon with the defensive effort. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Tucker. Screen by Ba'amute. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Rockets have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
That's good from Tucker.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Both free throws good from Tucker. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. Two great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
Here's Connaughton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. A baseline jam. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0-4. Now here's Gordon. Defense right on him. Green against McCollum. Outside Green. Count it. Green's got 5 points so far.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Here's Napier. Davis sets a screen. Napier kicks to McCollum. And it's off from three-point range. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Green. Back to Tucker. Dishes it to Gordon. Nene, the screen. Off the screen. And Davis pulls it down. Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Napier passes to Davis. McCollum outside. Back to Davis. Trailblazers keep it alive. Harkless, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Harkless has got 7 now in this quarter. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Well, we don't always get what we want, Chris, but if you were in charge of the dunk contest, which 4 players would you personally pick to make up the field?
Man, it's so tough. Wow. I think I definitely want to go with Levine. He's, the ex-dunk champ.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, Westbrook, I think Paul George would be great in there. Of course, LeBron, Griffin. I don't know. Davis. There's so many high flyers. I just think it's so tough because sometimes the smaller guys have the advantage. Big guys feel like they can't do it because they won't be as exciting. Even our worst dunk contest, I've fallen in love with because you get to see some incredible things. But, I'd start with them. There's so many other players you can pick.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Maurice Harkless. Turner comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Now here's Paul. The pass to Capella. Harden outside. Back to Capella. And the layup is good.
And Capella is very efficient down deep, using his muscle to get off the shots he wants inside.
McCollum with the ball. Kicks it to Nurkic. They set the pick. Ball against Lillard. Back to Nurkic. He feeds it to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. That one drops for him.
But Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. Turner against Harden. Back to Capella. Over McCollum. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Turner. Back to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. To the middle. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, I like the playmaking ability of Lillard. I mean, unpredictable in these pick-and-roll sets, and excellent at slicing the ball through the defense.
Anderson the screen. Harden against McCollum. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 11 points.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic, shoots over Capella, bounces high off the rim and drops. Nurkic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Harden outside, takes a 3, and it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. And Lillard kicks to Turner. Traps in the tray. 10 points for him.
Lillard is great at spotting the open man. He knows it's his responsibility to get his guys going.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Paul kicks to Capella. Pass to Harden. Backs down the step back J.
Oh, and Harden scores the ball in so many ways with his jumper, off the drive, dunks, floaters. I mean, from way downtown. Pick your poison.
Now here is Davis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Lillard misses. Rockets trail by 7. Ariza outside. Feeds it to Harden. Over McCollum. Again, the miss by Harden. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Good on the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And C.J. McCollum, one of those players who was a late bloomer. Chris, just over 5 feet tall as a high school freshman. Played his college career at mid-major Lehigh. It's in the Patriot League.
He had a great college career. He played all 4 seasons there. And, of course, the 10th pick in the 2013 draft. And this season, a 4-year, $100 million contract kicks in. Yeah, he's made it big time.
And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Rockets. And so it's Houston with it. It's a 10-point game. They set the pick. Harden kicks to Paul. Puts it up from 12. That one goes. Count it. Paul's got 5 points so far.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Lillard against Paul. Back to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Releases from 15. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Oh, he just needs some time to warm up. After a difficult first period, he has turned on the Jets in the second quarter.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. Here's the dish to Ariza. Harden outside, takes the three, and the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, he was absolutely lethal from the arc in the first quarter, but now he has cooled off significantly in the second.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Ed Davis out of North Carolina, the 10th pick back in the 2010 draft.
Yeah, that 6'10", a little undersized for the center position, but he finds a way to get it done. A strong rebounder, and he knows how to finish at the rim.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Well, we see so many of these players, Chris, in the NBA reach notoriety very early in their careers, sometimes even while they're still in high school. What was it like growing up as a star athlete and all the hype that surrounds it? You were the #1 high school player in the country coming out.
Well, you have to stay focused. You know, I didn't grow up in this era of social media and everything. I can only imagine that pressure now, but really you have to stay focused. You have to realize that you're just in the middle of your goal. You're not a celebrity or a star yet, no matter how good you are on that level. Everybody in the NBA has been the best player on their team at some point in time, so things are going to even it out. You have to stay focused, stay goal-oriented in school and in sports, and hopefully the best things will happen. And if you're lucky, like I was, you have some real good people around you, whether family or friends.
Yeah, good mentors, right? That's got to be important.
Yeah, you definitely got to have good mentors, whether it's coaches that can encourage you to spend all your time on the court, or whether it's friends and family that encourage you to stay focused and not kind of get caught up with others that may not have a focus or a love or a passion right now. So you just really need good people. It takes a village, and for guys that are feeling so much fame and getting so many accolades at such a young age, it's hard to handle as an adult. Just imagine trying to handle that as a kid. So you definitely need a lot of good people around you in your corner to help you succeed in life.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, "My goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4 and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender. I want the league to recognize that." Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with.
And the fearlessness, willing to sacrifice his body for a high percentage look.
Well, Chris Paul signing the big contract this past offseason, and you knew he'd end up with one of the biggest deals out there, and his impact on a team goes far beyond just stats.
Catching up on the changes for Portland, Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Davis. Reese Harkless comes in for Turner, and it's Napier in for Lillard. And that one falls for Paul. Well, Greg, Houston wanted Chris Paul, and they got their man. One of the bigger surprises, certainly, of the offseason.
Yeah, and without Paul on this roster, this team isn't in the conversation for winning. You need him to keep your window of winning open, and he is just that impactful and makes everyone on the floor better.
Over in the corner, Harkless. Over Green. And that one goes long. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. The Rockets with another miss. And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey.
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited, man.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. They really touched on the right formula in the second quarter as they were able to pull out to a 6-point lead before the halftime break. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
The thing I like was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we welcome you back to a beautiful aerial view of the I-5 freeway as it flows over the Willamette River here in Portland, Oregon. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Yeah, I'm surprised the defense didn't do a better job of adjusting. Extending out on him a little bit more.
Now here's McCollum, and on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Anderson is down low with Capella. The two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. And it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. Here is Harden after the made shot from Evan Turner. And Anderson has it in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
This is why the man gets paid. This is something Anderson does very well. You have to love how he measures the team.
Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic a screen on Paul. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Nurkic the pass to Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Turner against Ariza. The feed to Capella. On the wing, Harden. A 3 ball. Lillard with the rebound. Portland leading by 5. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Screen by Nurkic. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. Lillard's got 5.
Ooh, the outside stroke of Lillard. Awesome at getting his feet under him so he can bury the triple.
Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
Harden kicks to Anderson. Ball against Lillard. Pass to Harden. He dishes it to Paul. Right wing. Anderson passes to Capella. Shoots the 3. Ariza no up. Portland leading by 8. And Damian Lillard said he's committed to finishing his career in Portland, title or not. He's invested in this franchise.
Well, team first, though. That helps all the players buy in. And new additions have to fall in line with the example he set. He said the culture won't change because he won't allow it to happen.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates. He just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Harden. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
And you think back to some of the highest paced and up-tempo teams in the league. This Houston group is right up there with all of them. They look to push it on you the second they get a chance.
It's stolen by Ariza. Harden against McCollum. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Good season for him last year. First in free throw percentage, 7th in three-point field goal percentage, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And as you said, the league's best free throw shooter last season. What a tremendous asset, especially in clutch situations. Now, here's Nurkic. He's got 8. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. The 3 connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Trailblazers. And with the pace the Rockets play with, Chris, it isn't just running as soon as they can. Part of the decision to have Harden as the point guard last season was to speed up their playmaking from the beginning.
Well, the Rockets have streamlined everything and cut down the total time to run their sets. That's why they get so many possessions in the game. They know the more chances they get with their offense, the better the results are.
Portland leading by 9. On the wing, Turner. Ariza covering. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Here's Aminu. No good from outside. Rockets trail by 9. Harden with it. Now defended by McCollum. Anderson a screen on McCollum. And it's Ariza in the corner. Anderson outside. Anderson a screen on Lillard. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Portland. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Harden outside. Capella sets a screen for Harden. Kicks it out to Ariza. 6 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Turner. It's rebounded by Houston. Paul outside. He kicks it to Tucker. Harden sets the pick for Paul. Capella with a screen on Turner. To the paint. It's stolen by Aminu. Passes it to Connaughton. Back to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
What amazing concentration from Ariza. So good at welcoming these hits and finishing his style.
And how about the career progression of Trevor Ariza? He came into this league somewhat as an energy player who, obviously could attack the rim. Now he's one of those guys who's primarily a 3-and-D component.
One shot.
For Ariza, his first few years in the NBA, over half his shots came within a few feet of the rim. Greg, now over 2/3 of his shots are from beyond the arc.
And that's just how it goes for some players in the NBA. Ariza still, he has some burst to finish at the rim, but has turned himself into a deep threat, and he's always been a presence with his defense as well. And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. Yep, that one goes. Paul's got 10.
Fantastic rhythm on that mid-range jump shot. You can't give him space from there.
Dishes to Aminu. Lillard outside. The pass to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Capella. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. A shot by Harden. Wide open. No good on the 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Lillard kicks to Turner. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Rockets trail by 7. Stripped it away. Here's Connaughton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Lillard kicks to Turner. Back to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Shot clock at 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Davis is checked in for the Trailblazers. Harkless comes in for Evan Turner. And a switch here also for Houston. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Chris Paul. Rocket 2. And that one hits back iron. Rockets trail by 7. Here's Harden, and he goes big with the dunk right on top of Big Ed Davis.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. He's superb at it.
Now here's Harkless. 9 points in the game so far. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
That's good from Harkless. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Napier's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Bahamute comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Green in for Trevor Ariza. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Rockets trail by 6. Outside Gordon. Basket counts.
Fearlessness. Gordon using his strength to get off a good quality look inside.
Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's Harkless. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Rockets have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Green kicks to Harden. Back to Green. Nene, the screen. Green, the pass to Mbamute. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And now a look at James Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 29 points a game last season. 11 assists and 8 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Napier dishes to Aminu. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Aminu's got 10 points in the game.
Not trying to force anything inside. Ball gets kicked out for an open look.
Nene, the screen. There's a screen. Gordon kicks to Nene. He feeds it to Harden. They swipe it. Harkless on the wing. Outside, Davis. Pass to Connaughton. Harkless on the wing. On the clock. Davis. Green with the rebound. Rockets trail by 6. 1:56 left to play in the third. Now Gordon. Nene, the pass to Harden. Here's the three. And it's Gordon missing. Connaughton kicks to Napier. From deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Rocket shooting 47%, pretty solid. Gordon kicks to Mbamute. Harden left side. Outside Gordon. Here is Mbamute, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Mbamute has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Napier kicks to Harkless. Feeds it to Napier. Out to the right wing. Davis sets a screen. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harden. Just 2 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
You got to be a little more in control than that. The officials are never going to let you get away with that one.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. And a change for the Rockets. Anderson's checked in. 43 seconds left in the third. To the wing on the left. Outside Gordon. Houston moving the ball around. Out left to the wing. Outside Green. 5 to shoot. Here is Mbamute. Off target with his 3.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down.
And this is where you milk the clock.
You're exactly right. No reason to give your opponent another crack at this. It's all you.
Green against McCollum. Mbamute is screen on McCollum. Anderson the screen. From deep three-point range, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trailblazers lead by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
You got to keep tracking down balls, tracking down the rebounds, and looking to play and flow is good.
Moments ago, Coach Terry Stotts happy with the tempo, just wants his team to work hard in those 50-50 balls.
Yeah, and that could start to wear the other team down a little. Maybe cause them to lose some of their confidence. Let's see how this plays out.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. McCollum at the 2 with Harkless playing the 3. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Davis, and it's Napier in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Paul. That shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's McCollum, and it's blocked by Gordon. They recover it. Here's Napier. Davis sets a screen. Napier dishes to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Ooh,
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Green kicks to Gordon. Anderson the screen. The drive by Gordon. Over McCollum. Again, the miss by Gordon. Trailblazers leading by 11. And here is Harkless. Here's Napier. Back to Harkless. Aminu with the screen for Harkless. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for Evan Turner. He's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Harkless hits them both.
Well, Terry Stotts now in his 6th season as head coach in Portland. I mean, he's been a head coach for a handful of seasons elsewhere, but this is by far his longest run with a single team.
Now here's Green. Here's Nene. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Napier passes to McCollum. Davis setting the pick for McCollum. Paul outside. Kicks to Green. Back to Paul. Anderson the screen. The dish to Green. The 3. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Napier kicks to Davis. McCollum outside. Back to Davis. Over Nene. And Davis can't get it to go.
Oh, he had plenty of space to square up and take that easy shot, but I don't understand why he faded away there.
Green. Green missing again.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And it's Turner off the drive. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Harkless. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Ariza comes in for Green. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Clock at 6. Turner passes to Davis. It's stolen by Capella. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Portland leading by 11. Over in the corner, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. Timeout called, the Rockets.
One of the most skilled offensive players in the game. C.J. McCollum has all the moves you want.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Anderson. Stolen by McCollum. All alone, and McCollum with the slam.
McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Rockets trail by 16. Gordon with it. Anderson the screen. Paul outside. Over Lillard. Another miss by Houston.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Nurkic a screen on Gordon. Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists now in the game. Rockets shooting 41% for the game. McCollum against Gordon. The kick out to Anderson. Houston moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Anderson a screen on Turner. Gordon for 3. The Rockets with another miss.
A frustrating start to this quarter.
And stolen by Gordon. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And despite having been in this league what seems like forever, Paul still goes to the line at a fairly high clip. And one of the surprise moves of this past offseason was Chris Paul moving to Houston, joining James Harden to become one of the strongest backcourts in our league. Kicked off a feeling that Houston would be a force this season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And you know, Greg, many thought that Chris Paul may take a look at San Antonio, and he did, but Houston was too enticing a chance to pass up.
It's certainly a distinctive third chapter in Paul's career. He's always been criticized for not going deep in the playoffs, and saw Houston as maybe his best bet to make a deep run. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Davis setting the pick for McCollum. Nurkic a screen on Paul. Outside, Davis. Clock at 6. Here's Nurkic. Good work defensively by Capella.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Now, here is Harden. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And Harden has such a nasty pump fake. It works every time on defenders, and the rest is relatively simple for him.
And Chris, when you see Harden coming down the lane at you, there is a very short list of players who can instill that much fear. Pretty much him, Westbrook and LeBron. Each have their own style, and Harden's might be the most refined of all of them.
Well, that's why he gets to the line so much. His speed, his handles, his ability to pull back on the 3, his Euro step. When Harden gets going downhill like that, you just don't have an answer for him.
And he knocks down the first one.
What makes Harden so special is his explosiveness. This guy can just turn it on whenever he wants to on offense.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Trailblazers leading by 15. And Lillard kicks to Turner. Harden against McCollum. Turner with the screen. Lillard outside. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Misses off the right iron. Rockets trail by 15. Ariza outside. Harden up top. Screen by Capella. Puts up a three. Harden missing again.
He's been unlucky this half after lighting up the perimeter in the first half.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. On the wing, Turner. Lots of room. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 14 points for Evan Turner.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Paul passes to Capella. The feed to Harden. Ariza against Turner. The kick out to Anderson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
Talk about no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. So it's Portland now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. They set the pick. McCollum kicks to Aminu. Back to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic setting the pick for Turner. Good D by Harden. Rockets trail by 17. Fires the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, his strong shooting from the first half has carried over into the second.
Nurkic a screen on Harden. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Pass to Turner. Got a piece of it.
Oh, tremendous reach on the block by Ariza, making a real effort on defense.
He dishes it to Paul. Here's Harden on the wing. Now, here's Capella. Harden the pass to Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Now, here's Lillard. Outside Turner to the left wing. And Aminu kicks to Nurkic. Passes it to Turner. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Screen by Nurkic. Beyond the arc. C.J. McCollum. And that's good. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
I gotta like the cleverness of McCollum. A fantastic player who knows how to exploit picks.
Now a timeout called by Houston. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
He's had the fans behind him tonight, and that's really been a key for him. Once he got going, they sensed it could be a special night every time he touched the ball. Harden kicks to Paul. Back to Harden. Anderson with the screen for Harden. 5 to shoot. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Ryan Anderson.
Oh, you just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
Now, here's Lillard. Aminu with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Dishes to Lillard. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's now 10 points for Nurkic.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Now, here's Lillard after Clint Capella's miss. There's 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. Aminu misses. Rockets trail by 13. To the inside. Here's Anderson over Aminu. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, I love when Anderson uses his size down low. Now, you can always spread him out, but keep releasing it high so that D had no chance to block the shot.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Trailblazers.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Lillard.
Well, anytime the offense ran through him, good things happened. His passing was awesome. He created a bunch of good looks for everyone else out there.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Here's Capella. Ariza kicks to Anderson. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
Wow, that's money in the bank. Such a smooth release.
Now Turner. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Yes, so I need to do some more stuff with Portland. I've got a bit of Damian Lillard, so I could kind of do him, and CJ McCollum's alright kind of, and I'll just go with points for him. So he gets about 27 points last season. I don't know how many points he gets this season. So I'm just going to try to get more points. He gets more points as well. Instead, I couldn't bother worrying about it at the moment. I just like how he's playing. I'll just write down him as well. Let's have a look at it. So, Damian Lillard to make more points per game, and basically, and that'll affect the team. Like he'll kind of get basically more points per game, and then have his team win more with the higher field goal percentage. What he's doing, CJ McCollum, I'm going to do as well. It's more maybe for Houston I need to do, but I'm still that. So I got Evan Turner. Yeah, so he's been right. So Harkless, it's been right. Yeah, so that's more who I need to do. There's Snape here. Snape here, and King Davis, and Connaughton, Keegan, Watson. So I'm going to do all them. And yeah, so you're right. I said yeah, my Damian Lillard's a bit always like 5 points per game. But then, like, he gets 27 then, so he possibly could get 27. And like he should get more as well. So it kind of work out well. So I've got all them for Houston, and they kind of play well, and it's basically not them to be better, it's like these ones to be better, which I'm going to do. So basically it would be, I'll just try and guess like 2 points. 2 points, that's 4 points, and that's another 2, kinda, so, or 4, so it's about 8 points more, so they should get, if they had a good game, 8 points more, and that'll make them 100 points, that's about right. And Houston is who I need to look at now. And Houston, so James Harden got 24, so that's kinda right. And he did 8 of 15, so that's kinda right too, so that's kinda right. I want my James Harden. And here, like, he's a star in James Harden. Let's see how that goes. Chris Paul was only 4 of 7 and 12 points. I should maybe get more him, and he does in my one, so I'll give it to Chris Paul to be the one for my one for him. And Ryan Anderson's 4 of 6. Trevor Reeves is 3 of 8. Noah 3 of 7. Okay, so I got Joel Green 2 of 7. So I'll do Joel Green, I think, as well. Try and get him in the game. He'll go Mabar Amute. And like, what's good is I've got 14 actually play games, like how it's the CPU versus CPU somehow, in 14 games for each team, and got the actual stats for all that. And I have changed a bit after 2 or 3 games, but I said I've got all the actual stats for how good they are. So Eric Gordon needs to be better as well. So I get Eric Gordon from that season as well. And he seems alright. Basically I'll work out how many more points they should have. So they're playing all alright, so that should be 2 points, 4 points, and that can be 6 points, so about 10 points more they should have. And 10 points more, and that's like 89, so maybe they should get some more free throws, and Portland as well. And actually get some more free throws than they didn't actually get that many So it'll be 89 kind of that, and like some more free throws will get it towards hopefully 100. But I'll try and make their defense as well better. And I know there's a badge to make it better, so you've got to work out what badge will make it better for the defense, and just Hall of Fame on that, and whatever badge it is, and to do that. And like you can do it for like the star players, I'm going to do the whole team. Like it's like they're better, the coach or whatever's going on for them. And it's just, if they leave, then like the players, then they'll gradually get worse, and it's just like maybe they haven't got that coach in. And if they stay better, well, they'll stay better anyway. So let's go on the team comparison. Basically, they won on Portland. Oh, the 3-pointers were really good. So I want to look at their 3-pointers. 3-pointers really better than normal. So who got really good 3-pointers? So Ryan Anderson did. And I just think that James Harden got the most and got a very high 3-point percentage kind of. So yeah, so it's yeah, it's like very high that. So I got 4 of them. So I feel that James Harden, and he got the very high field goal percentage as well, and got that many points. So James Harden is going good. It's just that actually it's the Trailblazers, so I stopped up then. Yeah, so it's the Trailblazers. So let's go here. So obviously it's Damian Lillard. So he's 5 of 10. He's got the most 3-pointers, and it's just that he was only 2 of 5, 40% from field goals. So I'll work that out when I stuff around kind of stuff. I said yeah, it doesn't matter. I said yeah. So basically, Damian Lillard, player of the game for me, not CJ McCollum. I said who actually contributed the most to the win. I said you can't expect that anyway. Like it's Damian Lillard. That's what I like about it. Like it's Damian Lillard, the bloody MVP for the game. Usually, well, he is kind of. I said I don't want it all the time. That's all, and to have a bad game. And that's how it is. Like you'd be like, well, can he win the game? Yeah, he can. When he's got that much influence, can he lose the game? Yeah, he can lose the game as well, and stuff. And I guess if he's injured or just plays not as good. So that's how it's going. That's with the sliders and everything like that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have a rest now for a while, and I'll come back in a couple hours with another game. And basically you've been like, well, they're not doing the right things. Well, we've done a 14-game season and done all the teams, all the actual NBA teams and done them. And like basically I'll get the players from there and get the actual ratings, all the ratings that are crucial to it, like points per game ratings and field goal percentage ratings, and do that and everything like that. And that'll get it like legit, and try and do defense ratings as well. So basically I'm going to make Boston better, Cleveland better, defensively Boston better, and Golden State Warriors, and so the 4th conference finalists, and Houston. So Houston will be a lot better than what they were in the first game. And also if there's too much, like the worst teams have been too worse, then I'm trying to give them a boost or whatever as well. I'm going to do that after 2 games. I'm just trying to get everything kind of nice how it is, and hopefully that'll be good. Okay, see ya.